Okay, as I told you in part 1, that I was going through my old books. I found another book. You know, I do save these books. I have a little folder. Diana Antu had given me a little container thing to put the books in, and so that's where I keep them in. And every once in a while, I like to go back and reflect on them. But this one was talking about how to rebound from challenges and get back on the track to success. I know all too well that you can eat perfectly, you can exercise, you can do everything right and get on that scale and it just doesn't show. And I know how discouraging that can be. When I was having those 3 weeks, when I was just having those small gains, I really wasn't eating perfect, but I didn't think I was eating so well, so much that I was going to have a gain. I really just thought that I would have like a small little loss, you know, like 1/10 of a pound or 0.2 or 0.3, or even just maintain. So when I'd get on the scale and see the gains, it just really, it bothered me. I kept telling you it didn't bother me, but you know, I think it really did. I was trying to tell myself it didn't bother me, but I know it did. And I really did need that loss last week because I really was kind of getting down in the dumps and beating myself up about not being on the plan. I have no problems with the program. My main problem is, and I know it, you're all telling me it, and I agree 100%, I eat too much fruit at one time, and it's too many carbs at one time, and I just know that. But every once in a while, I have to go back to doing that. It's just who I am. I don't have to do it, but it's something I'm working on. We're all a work in progress. This is not going to happen overnight. Cutting my fruit out completely is not going to happen overnight. Not that I'm going to cut it out completely. I'm just going to try to stretch it out during the day, which I did last week. But the old habits die hard, you know, and they do creep back into your life. And I did that. I did do it yesterday at breakfast. I have no intentions of doing it today. But I want, and not that I need, but I want for breakfast, I want to have a grapefruit and I want to have a banana. And if I can't have them at breakfast, I'm going to feel deprived. So I'm going to have them. I'm going to have them every day. I know that. That doesn't mean that I have to have my berries at breakfast too. I can have my berries later on as a snack. I just love my berries. All of the fruit is so beneficial to me, especially with this flu season going on right now. It's really kind of scary. And most of these people that are getting sick, they're saying they're healthy beforehand. And I'm just wondering really how healthy they really were. And I don't want to be the sickly person, you know, that doesn't eat right, doesn't get the right vitamins and nutrients in me. I'm not proud to say that I never got my flu shot, which I've never gotten a flu shot. I've never gotten a pneumonia shot. And I should, because I'm one of the target people, anyone over 65, and I'm 67. So I am falling in that category. And even though my years tell me that I'm 67, my mind still hasn't convinced my body that I'm 67. I really feel like I'm in my 50s. I really, truly feel like I'm in my 50s. And I'm almost 70. So, and I really think that's what keeps me young, is the fact that I think young. And I look at people, like some of the people I've graduated with, and I think, oh my gosh, you look so old. And then I think, do I look that old? And I really don't think, I mean, I know I'm old. I'm not fishing for compliments, trust me. But I don't think I look as old as I am. I definitely don't feel as old as I am. So that's all that really matters. And I really think that it's because I'm eating properly. When I wasn't eating right, I felt every bit of 66. When I joined in 2016, I felt every bit of 66 years old. I was not eating right. I wasn't getting enough vitamins. I wasn't eating enough fruit and vegetables, which I love fruit and vegetables. I love them both, but I just wasn't eating enough of it. And it wasn't until I joined Weight Watchers that I started eating healthy, that I sleep better, I feel better, I move more easily, I'm more energetic. My whole personality has really changed. And it's just, I'm just more outgoing. I've always been outgoing. I've always been obnoxiously outgoing. I know that. And I know I've always been obnoxious, and you know, but I just think back to winters of the past where I was content laying in the bed all day, getting up, sitting in a chair, watching TV all day, only going out if I absolutely positively had to. And only then just to where I got to go and come back. Now I kind of like every day look for some reason to leave the house, to go somewhere. That was not the Sandy of 2016. That was not the 66-year-old Sandy. The 66-year-old Sandy, it hurt when she moved. It was an effort to go anywhere. It was always a worry, was I going to fit in that chair? Was I going to get tired before I had to go here? Would it bother me to stand in a line? I don't have those worries anymore. So I think I have what they're telling us to do, which is to think positive. And I am positive. So what they tell you is how to rebound from challenges and get back on the track to success. If you have a bad weigh-in, whether you've gained, had a small loss, smaller than you expected, or the scale just didn't budge, you might just think, this just isn't working for me. So what you want to do is rethink your reaction. You want to take a step back and look at the big picture. You've made progress, and that means you can do it again. How? Try the helpful habit of learning from your experience. Think about what you ate and drank the previous week. And if it doesn't look like you did anything wrong, look and see on a week where you had a good loss, if you do track your food, which I do, I completely 100%. You don't want to stress about food, but you want to keep track when you're on this process to see what works and what doesn't work. Once you know what's working, you don't need to be writing it down all the time. But I think if you write it down, you're more aware of what you're doing and what you're eating. And you want to see which choices that you made that paid off and which ones didn't. The second thing they tell you is going off plan. You've overspent your points. You might even for the week, you might have used all your weeklies, so you think, I might as well give up. But reflect and think, okay, I did go off. What did I do wrong on that day? My day on Sunday, I went completely off the rails. I ate way too much food, but like I said before, the old Sandy would have just piled up her plate. She would have went back for seconds. I measured out my food. I knew exactly what I was having. It wasn't until I tracked it later on to see exactly how many points I actually used that I realized that I went way overboard. But I had a good time. I enjoyed all the foods. They were foods that I don't prepare for myself. I don't eat every day. It was a treat. It really was a treat. And I never thought of it as a cheat. I did use an enormous amount of points that day because I get 42 weeklies and I get 23 or 25 dailies. And my just one meal was 68 points. But still, even with all of that, I was only a point over what I was allowed. And it kept me from eating the rest of I was so full. There was no way. The old Sandy would have still figured out a way to eat something. And then I was watching a commercial last night and I realized how much I have changed. Somebody was eating Lay's potato chips and they were eating them out of the bag. I can't tell you the last time I ate pretzels or chips or Cheetos or anything like that out of the bag. I now portion it out. I measure it out. I put it in a bowl and I eat it from the bowl. And when it's done, it's done. That would have never happened in 2016. I would have been eaten out of the bag. I would have opened up the chip dip container and had the chip dip container and the bag of chips, and I would have just been eating and eating and eating and eating, and not aware of what I was eating, not even aware of that I was eating it. I was just, just eating it, watching TV, eating. Now I put a Cheeto in my mouth and I eat it and I savor it. And I do eat Cheetos. I haven't had one in a long time. I don't know, Cheetos. I shouldn't have said that because now I'm thinking about Cheetos. Luckily, I don't have any in the house. I've already done my groceries for the week, so I'm done. I'm not going back to the store. So we want to make sure that you use, try to eat more healthy points, the 0 points, fruits, vegetables. Like I said, I eat too many fruits, but I am trying to rein them in. Ignore unhelpful comments. Sometimes people are jealous that you're losing weight and they go, oh, you've lost enough weight. Don't lose any more. You're getting too thin. You know what you need to do. You need to know how much you want to weigh. You need to know how you feel. And don't let other people deter you. Sometimes you're going to miss a workout. I'm missing my walking. I really am missing my walking. But, I'm not putting enough effort into walking around the house or other things that I could be doing. I'm just not. I need to be working on that. Like I said, we're a work in progress. We need to be working on that. Hating the way you look. Everyone on TV looks slim. Your skinny boss complains about his beer gut. And, all of them people like that. Everybody's body is different. You can lose all of your weight. You can be like the perfect weight, and you can still look a little out of shape. it's just the way your body is. Some people are, you know, have round bottoms. Some people are bigger on top, you know, like they have bigger boobs. You're not going to control the way your weight comes off your body either. Your body's going to tell you, this is where I want to take the fat from, and this is where I'm going to take it from next time. And as long as you're healthy and you weigh what your doctor says that you should weigh, don't hate the way you look. You know, just try to do something different than do your hair. I need to get a haircut again. It's distracted. You know, do something different with your hair. I don't wear makeup, but try a new makeup. I don't wear perfume, but try a different perfume. I'm trying you all these things that probably can do. I've noticed that this year I'm wearing, today's not the example, but I'm wearing brighter colors. I have so many pastel flannel shirts that I bought that I just love. I'm wearing lighter colored jeans. Last year I wore black jeans or blue jeans. Now I have, which you never see, but I mean I have like a tan pair of jeans, I have a gray pair of jeans, I have a green pair of jeans. I have so many different colors, and I'm just so much happier. I'm just really happier. And I feel thinner when I wear brighter colors. And I always wore the darker colors because, as they said, in Pretty in Pink, not Pretty in Pink. Was it Pretty in Pink? No, Steel Magnolias. Pink is my signature color. But black was my signature color because I would have black pants and a black shirt and black shoes and black socks, and that's how I would go out when I was all dressed up. And that's not me anymore. I'm getting different colors, and I'm happy about all that. Well, I hope all of this helped you out somewhat, because you just have to get your head in the game. That's all you got to do. So what you want to do is adopt a mojo boosting mantra. I believe myself. I can achieve it. Find your theme song. I don't really have a theme song. I did think of my favorite love story, which is While You Were Sleeping. That was a couple days ago. But it took me a while to figure it out. But that is my favorite love story, is While You Were Sleeping. And you want to visualize yourself. I don't measure myself. I just don't. I know I should, because a lot of times if you don't lose weight, it'll show in your measurements. But I just don't measure myself. What I do is in the morning, before I take my shower, once a week, I look in the mirror at myself completely naked, just to see. And you know what? I can see changes. I really can. And you're never going to see that, though. So don't even write to think that you're going to see it, because you're not. So that's about it. So I'll see you at dinner, which I'm going to have chicken. Okay, it's time for dinner. So I'm going to have a chicken breast for 2 points. It's a boneless chicken breast, but I use a tablespoon of Italian dressing on it and some breadcrumbs, so it makes it a 2-point chicken breast. 3 points for my half a cup of cottage cheese. 0 for my tea, the water, and it's an acorn squash. And then tonight, because I'm eating dinner earlier than I normally do, I'm going to have 1 pretzel rod, and then I'm going to have 5 points for my popcorn. So that'll be a 6-point snack, along with my dinner, which was a 5-point dinner, so that's 11 points. I still have 12 points left over. I'm really not that hungry today. I really haven't eaten that much, but I know I should eat my 25 points, or at least get 15 points in, but I'm full. This will fill me up. I might not even have the popcorn and pretzels, but I wanted to let you know just in case I do. If I don't have them, I'll let you know in the morning. Well, I did end up eating the popcorn and the pretzel. I ate dinner earlier than I normally do, so I was a little bit hungry, but I'm done for the night. I'll just drink some water. I know I was under my points for today. I think I ended up with 13 extra points, but just not that hungry. I really wasn't that hungry for the pretzel and the popcorn, but I wanted to get some extra points in. We're supposed to get another storm, so I'm hoping it's coming tomorrow night into like late Thursday night into Friday night, and then we're supposed to get more snow Friday night into Saturday. I'm hoping we don't get too much, although Friday we're supposed to get 5 to 7 inches, and then Saturday I think we're supposed to get another couple inches, but I'm hoping I can still go to my meeting. If not, Jim will bring me. I know he will. So like the video, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you guys tomorrow.